TitleMatchNetwork.com.
I guess, were you ever disappointed that you didn't have an actual match at the very first WrestleMania?
It would have been nice to have a match, but then again, I'm standing in the ring with Liberace, Muhammad Ali, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, and Jimmy Snuka. So it's not too disappointing, when you consider what I was with when I'm out there, and you've got to resign yourself to the fact that you're going to do what you're going to do, and if you get out of that frame of mind, then things will bother you, a lot. But no, I wasn't disappointed. Got it, like I said, I was happy to be there.
What was Mr. T like to work with?
He was fine. He was fine. I come out of the ring after we boxed in Arizona, and I had a beer in my hand, and I was sipping on that suds, and I walked by his dressing room, and sitting there on the oxygen. Hey, Cowboy, you want something? I said, no, I got mine here, Mr. T.
That's awesome.
But yeah, he was fine.
Did anybody in the match worry about what he was going to be, what he was going to be able to work with?
Like, were we worried in case he wanted to try to beat somebody up? Are you kidding?
No. You
got to be kidding.
He knew his place.
Yeah, he knew his place.
Okay. Did you understand the magnitude of being in the very first main event against Hogan on the very first Saturday Night's main event?
Did I understand the magnitude?
Did you realize how big it was at the
I
time?
knew it was great. I never gave it much thought, how big it is at the time. You guys, I think, look at things different than wrestlers do,
right.
Or maybe than I do.
Right.
I don't know, but I grew up in it. I saw it all my life. I did it. I've been on top. I've been on the bottom. I've been everywhere there is to be.
Right.
And it was just another night. I just always went out and tried to give folks a show they could remember and maybe come back and see me,
Memories of working with Junkyard Dog?
Well, until he got goosebumps, he was okay. But when he got that goosebumps, he would knock the hell out of me.
Huh.
But they used to scream down in Louisiana, in New Orleans. They'd say, who dat? Who dat? Who dat say they're going to beat that dog? Now, we're talking 10, 12,000 blacks, and they're all screaming that in unison. And that New Orleans building, was like this, so it was like all coming right down at you. And I'd be stomping the dog. Well, they'd start, who dat, singing, boy, and he'd start coming up, and he'd get them goosebumps.
Right.
I'd say, now, Sylvester? Sylvester, remember that's me up here. And it wouldn't matter. He'd still get up and just knock the heck out of you.
How did the boys change as the company grew?
Did the what now?
How did the boys change with their egos and stuff as the company got bigger? And now you guys were becoming, you guys were not just wrestlers, you guys were like superstars.
Well, I think everyone stayed pretty much the same. I didn't notice. Hogan's got a big head anyway, so you can't count him.
I was going to ask you, how did Hogan change?
But I think they all, everyone stayed pretty much the same. Like I said, everybody was together, kind of a team effort, because things did drop there for a while and get a little scary, and there wasn't one guy going to do it all on his own. Although Hogan, if there was anybody, it would have been Hogan, but it had to be a collective thing. They had to have a lot of things going, and I think everyone was behind that concept, and I think that's why they were successful to start with, and then from there, they just built. And it's had its ups and downs, but right now I think they're in for a long run.
Now, Randy, where do you see the business in the next 3 years? Up or down?
I think with Hogan coming back and then they've got The Rock, they've got Austin. These guys are, and gosh, The Undertaker. These guys are over so strong. My thoughts would be, can they produce the evil for them to combat? And I'm sure he will. I can't see anything fallen off. I think things will stay the same or get better.
Since your son basically just started to get into the business, and he got into the business, and now he's in the WWF and all, does it bother you at all that guys are still hanging on, like Hogan, Funk, and Flair?
No.
Okay.
Gosh, no. Who do the young guys have to learn from nowadays? I think which is one of the reasons why work styles have changed so much and deviated so much from trying to take people up and down and everything. There's no one for these people to watch to learn how to do that.
Do you have any regrets on any decisions you've made over your career?
Oh, God, we don't have enough time. No, I'm fine, pretty much fine with everything.
I guess through your years, who did you see who made it that you thought would not make it, and vice versa?
Boy, again, I just really never labeled anyone. Most of the guys that they want to go with do pretty darn good. And I've not really noticed anyone that I can think of, that they really tried to go with that bombed. I know years ago, somebody liked you, they might bring you in, you'd be good this time. If that didn't work, they'd bring you back in, you'd be bad and stuff like that. But no, I can't think of anybody. There's some guy that you think's not going to make it and does. I don't know. I'm sure if I give it enough thought, I'd come up with someone, but I don't know.
What do you miss about the business the most?
Oh, I miss when you get out of something like that you've been in so long, and there's just certain ways you talk to people and express yourself, and they do theirs. When you get away from that group of guys and you get out on the street and you talk to I'm going to say regular people for lack of some other way to describe them, it's just not the same. I've never felt like I can communicate with folks outside the wrestling business and bear your feelings or whatever. It just it's like you're on a different wavelength.
What do you do now with your time?
Right now I'm unemployed, but usually from spring until fall I'll sell used cars, and then I pretty much take the cold months off. It's real hard on my knees and back when it gets cold outside.
Right. I guess in closing, is there anything you want to see your fans out there who might be watching this videotape and you might want to tell them something over the years?
Oh, geez, you mean someone really might watch this? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I just appreciate your support, and it was a lot of fun to go out there and.
I think. Did it? Oh no, there it is.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to go out there and drive you people crazy. I enjoyed it. You made my life. Thank you very much. Ta-ta.
Thanks for being here today. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.